it's you. Come on in and join us.
Hop on the peppermint trolley today, folks, with Lockhart's Authentic.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack. A cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world, and they'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to show you the Fire and Brimstone EDP that Lockhart sent to us. We have had a lot of fun with this since we've got it, and I even mixed it with some of the Christmas EDPs that we had, and I had a cool, fun vibe once you put them together. So as of today, you can still get this at Lockhart's, and these are the scent notes: pink pepper, brimstone, vetiver, patchouli, smoke, ambroxan, firewood, and isu pear.
Y'all, fire, smoke, brimstone, and sulfur, and it layers fabulously. Gives anything sort of this beautiful dark smoky edge to it. Great for Christmas scents. We have been using this and we love it. Lockhart's, thank you so much for this, and we get why this one particularly sells out fast. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Transcend. As soon as I saw peppermint and lavender, I just clicked purchase.
I never would have thought somebody would have put those together, but now that I've heard it, I'm like, oh, I need to smell this immediately. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Lockhart'sAuthentic.com.
Breathe in a fresh, icy blast and close up your pores first thing every morning to wake yourself up and get your mind sharp and ready for another day of transcendence. We love shaving here at Lockhart's. It's the one self-care experience that men get to own as their own. Hey, what about me?
You know, hold on. She got legs. She knows how to use them. All right, so what's your over-under? Is this going to be more peppermint than lavender? Is this going to be more lavender than peppermint, or right down the middle? What do you think?
You know, I'm actually curious if the peppermint is just going to make it feel almost like a menthol vibe. Like, there's probably not menthol in this, but giving it that icy kind of chill to meet the lavender, maybe.
Well, I'm thinking it started as a barbershop, and at the very end, they were like, you know what? Why don't we cool this down with some peppermint? But we can decide who's right when we unbox it. I think they might hands draw these on the boxes. I saw a couple of pencil lines on the last one that were raised. I am not sure, but that is the level of care and imagination that you can expect at Lockhart's. And what's in this box?
We have a soap waiting for us. Ooh, lots of bubble wrap. You ready to crank that open?
Oh, I'm not sure if this label has the same rat rod as the others. It does not.
But it's
kind of got that Starman kind of thing going on. Look at that. Beautiful.
I hope that comes across on camera.
I know that icy blue. I wonder if that's what it's going to feel like. Well, we will know when we have our first impression. All right, she has spent the last couple of months becoming an expert on peppermint. I know she knows her lavender, so she should be able to answer all my questions about this. I want you to go first.
I hope so. I'm actually glad we're opening it after the holidays, though, because there was a lot of peppermints there, but I'm curious how this scent comes through, me smelling it in January, when it is still cold outside, but trying to see if that kind of comes into a scent here.
I feel like this was the year of apples and frankincense and myrrh, at least with our Christmas soaps. They kind of go in waves and different things. Cranberries, a lot of that. All right, take this in, see what you get.
Let's see.
Oh. You don't get to see the pour today. She's going right for it.
I'm going right for it. Wow, they blend together super well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you getting?
Oh, it's a good friend. They go well together.
Yeah?
Like almost like how you get the spirals in peppermint candy. Like I feel like they're, instead of the red and white, it's just the red and lavender. Like they're just mixed in so perfectly well.
Knock your Brox off.
It's interesting. The lavender has a fun, sweeter side somehow next to the peppermint that I'm getting, more than I was expecting. Right. It's still peppermint throughout the whole whiff, but it doesn't take over the whiff completely. The lavender's there. It's just a gentle reminder to kind of, I was going to say cool things off, but that doesn't really work, to tame things down a little bit so it doesn't get too pepperminty, because it can be a little bossy with peppermint sometimes.
Well, now as to our over-under, where is this sitting as far as the lavender-peppermint scale? Is it right in the middle?
The peppermint is a little bit more than the lavender, I would say.
Ah, gotcha.
The lavender's there, but it just helps kind of ground the peppermint a little bit, if that makes sense. It reminds me not of a peppermint candy cane, but it reminds me of those little marshmallowy, crunchy peppermint candies that when you put them in your mouth, they like melt. It reminds me more of those.
Right.
Whatever that type of peppermint, if that helps put you in a lane.
More of a sugary peppermint.
I think so, in a tame way. But again, I think they're just helping it so that the peppermint doesn't just blast off. Like, that can get so potent, you know?
Now, peppermint inside of it has a little natural menthol. Are you sensing that in the soap?
A little bit. I'm curious when we lather it, if we'll feel it, or if it's more my brain making the menthol show up because there's a minty thing happening here.
Right. Now, is the lavender more of your barbershop-y lavender? What are you getting?
I want to say yes. I am not getting like lavender on your pillow lavender, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. That was kind of my question. I just didn't know how to ask it.
Yeah, but I think I do. It does push me more towards that barbershop infused lavender where you don't really realize that a lavender's in there, but most of the barbershops have a lavender in them.
Yeah, we used to have a pillow spray that was lavender, but it's very much like a dry lavender scent. You could almost smell the grassiness in it. And I think like the clean laundry barbershop lavender is kind of a different quality, softer somehow. Yeah. Is that what you're getting?
I think so. And it's, my brain just gets like bright white, like that clean, fresh. Like I get why they're saying like wake up your pores, get your morning started, because this scent for sure will make that happen. I do love the name Transcend for this. Like, there is something about, like, if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just kind of need to be, you know, woken up a little bit extra, sometimes people talk about putting their face in a thing of ice and water, you know, just to, like,
wake up.
Reset yourself. And I feel like this scent has that built in somehow.
Here, they sell these things you put out next to your hot tub, and it's a big thing of cold ice water that you jump in every morning, you know,
cold
for
plunge.
fun and health.
So this could be like the face version without having to get the ice out and all the things. This will just wake you up.
There you go. Now, we do know that some artisans put way more scent notes into their formulas than the label might dictate. Is there more than just peppermint and lavender hanging out in there?
Oh, I feel like I'm getting something creamy.
Oh.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like, I maybe it's how they both are connecting and bouncing back and forth, or there could be another mystery scent note that's in there that's just helping them vibe. It may even be the base itself, but I feel like it makes me want to build a ladder. Like, it just has that kind of visual of like a white foamy kind of thing happening for me.
Nice. All right, I am ready to discover what secrets this might be.
Let's see if we could transcend yourself here.
All right, here we go.
Jumping into the new year, transcend, you know.
Oh.
Brisk, crisp, you know, those kind of things.
Whoa. Okay, I'm just going to start putting plates out on the table. I don't get a whole lot of lavender from me. I get way more peppermint, but that peppermint has kind of a greeny thing hanging out with it somehow. And I do know that broadleaf peppermint is not actually peppermint, it's just straight up eucalyptus. And inside the peppermint, it has just a hint of eucalyptus for me joining with it, and it's glorious. And now I kind of need to hunt to find the lavender for me. Hold on a second. I'm going on a hike. Oh.
It's at the back of the whiff.
Yeah, but wait a minute. It has clicked on a molecular level with the peppermint. My problem was I was looking for them separate, and you kind of can't. No. You kind of have to take them in together, and one is supporting the other, but they're not separate notes in here. It's almost like if there was a peppermint candy that had some lavender in it, because lavender is one of those edible florals.
Right. Interesting point.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. A beautiful, slightly greeny peppermint that segues gently into a beautiful, clean lavender that's just there to support it. It's not even too much of a canvas that it's sitting on. It's just sort of in the balance of the peppermint, and I'm only getting it about 35-40%. And then the rest is that peppermint note, which is pretty bossy. Yeah. So even in its 60%, it's kind of encroaching on the boundaries a little. But I love that that's creating a movement. And I love that when I smelled this at first, it wasn't just, okay, here's the peppermint, meh. Here's the lavender, meh. And now I put these together, meh. No, these scent notes were crafted to fit together and get along well together.
They click.
Ooh, okay,
that's why I was getting that like spiral image of the two together,
I think that's where they're getting the cold from, because without the eucalyptus hint, I don't think this peppermint would quite be as cold as it is. Oh, this is nice.
It's chilly. It's chilly.
And then, something 10% candied in the middle, because peppermint can get awfully bracing awfully quick if it's left to its own devices and not sweetened up by anything. But you give peppermint enough vanilla, you kind of get chocolate, and we're not sure how. Rod and Mandy, we're looking at you. Without it being given a sugary note, there is something that's giving that peppermint a bit of charm and a slightly candied character so it doesn't climb all the way to menthol or eucalyptus.
Right.
And then it just rests back on that bed of lavender that's not too prominent. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Well, is this an odd thought? It just makes the peppermint clean. So I am getting that sense of clean laundry from the lavender, like slightly musky and beautiful. But it's mixing with the peppermint, so they're not doing separate jobs. They're coming together to do the same thing. Just a cool, clean sense under this surface. Anybody who smells this on you is going to be like, peppermint. That's great. And that might be where their nose stops, but their brain is going to keep following this and going, hold on. Because some of our most absolutely charming soaps start with a giant blast of peppermint, but it's what comes next that makes it a miracle. Think cane, things like that. Like, that's what this is doing.
I feel like there's nothing in this that gets too pokey or too bossy either.
Right.
Like sometimes peppermint can just be that loud member of the mix here. And here it doesn't. Like I feel like if you had this on you all day, it would still just come with that clean kind of sense with it.
Right. The lavender is keeping those pokies at bay, just kind of shaving them off the edges.
Right? I don't want to take a bite of this. I know we're kind of saying that there's something in it is candied, but I'm not getting a gourmandy part either.
Right. Were there a list of scent notes?
Just these two.
Well, let's go back and have a look. Back to the sales page at Lockhart's Authentic.
Peppermint plus lavender.
Like they've carved their initials on a tree, Kissing. This is beautiful. And that's kind of inspired. Why in 450 soaps have we not seen a peppermint lavender one yet?
Right? And it's funny, you smell them together and it's kind of like that peanut butter and jelly thing. Like they should just be together. Something about them just clicks.
And it's not even in the balance. One is definitely the star and the other is support a Sonny and Cher. The peppermint's the one you look at in the Bob Mackie dresses, and then the lavender is just a cute little guy at her side being funny and clever. You could wear this skiing. Not too soon. Yeah. So, y'all, the best way to discover the menthol level of this soap is to scientifically build a lather and put it on our faces and see if it gets cold. So, would you like to tell everybody about our hardware today?
Yes, we have our Opus brush, our Mystery Machine colors, if you hadn't noticed how fun those are.
Inspired by Scooby-Doo. How am I not supposed to purchase on that? And this is our bougie stick from Amazon.com coming at this butter on my counter. Look how beautifully soft this is. These bowls were on sale for $4.99 on Black Friday from the Razor Company, and they clock in normally at under $10 anyway. This is one of our favorite bowls, and the texture of the 3D printing is lovely to hold the soap in and let the bristles have some friction. And here is how we build our lathers here in the Barbershop Duet. We're going to bloom that soap laterally after smushing it into the bowl like we're trying to smear chocolate into carpet. Then we grab our Smaldridge Memorial Bougie Sprayer and give this about 10 or 11 sprays. Why, that's a lot of water, you say. I know, but this Lockhart's base is fabulously thirsty. And then we're going to take the dry bristles of that brush and just kind of go at that soap. Now, we're going to go clockwise. We're going to go counterclockwise and just start pulling that soap onto the bristles. Push down, see what the backbone has to say. And then, patented Barbershop Duet move. Spin the brush 25% in your hand. Do it again. Brand new orientation for the bristles. The bristles that were on the side are now in the center. And then forwards, backwards, backbone. Do it again. Rotate your brush 25%. You'll notice only about 10% of that soap is left in the bowl. Where's the rest of it? It's a mystery. Now here's the dangerous part for the dog. We're going to go down and sop that water up onto the bristles. And now you are either ready for the best face or leg lather of your life, or we're going to take it to the bowl. Here we go. Start with small circles. It's all in the wrist. And watch what happens here.
I'm getting wonderful whiffs, by the way.
Me too.
Did you see her pop her nose up? She loves mint, so she was like,
she's
"Wait, what?"
Mint hound.
A few moments later.
I can't remember the peppermint candy that it's reminding me of, but it was like a short little fat kind of round thing, and if you took a bite, it would kind of like crumble in your mouth. Maybe a peppermint twist. I can't remember what they're called, but if you know, put them in the chats.
How do you know when you're done making your lather? Well, you're going to feel it. It's going to push back against your bristles as if you actually have a yogurt-like type of thing going on in here. I know we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but y'all, look at this. For a newer artisan, Lockhart has been doing everything right from the very beginning. And y'all, I'm a little curious about this, so this is something you only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the peppermint or eucalyptus whiff on 3, 1, 2.
Smells good. Oh.
You know, I think I might be right about that. I think this might be a little hefty on the eucalyptus side for a peppermint, and I love that because they are so close in character already. It helps give a lovely green, natural quality to that peppermint for me. What do you think?
No, I agree. But comparing the two together, this one may be just a slightly bit sweeter, I think, compared to straight off the puck.
Right.
But it's very happy. As soon as you add water, the scent itself just kind of exploded, the potency part.
Right. And if there is menthol in this, water is going to chemically do some cool things with it. So let's see what happens when I take my face into the freezer.
Look at all that leather. It's going to fall on the piano. Kind of, let's see how this, maybe menthol, maybe just the peppermint. We'll
Are
see.
you kidding me?
There's something about that, like, talky, powdery thing that almost is attaching to this, and I don't know how. Like the lavender maybe is helping the barbershop kind of thing?
Well, y'all, baby powder is a conglomeration of scent notes, which include a healthy dose of lavender. Talc does not smell like that naturally, so it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. I gotta say, this is such a padded, slick lather. I forget, we haven't done a Lockhart's in a while with all the holiday ones coming through, and man, did I miss this one.
Oh, you guys got to do a Christmas soap next year because that Halloween one was awesome.
I do feel a little coolness happening. I have to admit.
I am getting just a little from Jack Frost, but no more. Nothing crazy, but definitely a little menthol kiss.
Right.
You get it too?
I do. So instead of putting your face in an ice bucket, you could just throw this on and we'll just add that little wake me up factor I think we all need.
Not your glacial level from Sterling, y'all, but it is a lovely little zingy kiss.
Oh, it is. So if you don't like the zing, this does have a little zing happening, I gotta say. So now I'm glad I did add our little frozen friends here because there's a little crisp coolness happening here.
Y'all, if you are ready to let it go, let's take this a little deeper. I'm still getting a lovely menthol feeling over here just from wiping it off.
Me too. I feel like I just walked outside and like if there was snow outside, we're in California, there's not really snow right now, but that chill factor in the air of like when your skin's exposed to the little like, whoo, wake up moment. That's what's happening here.
Maybe a little of that eucalyptus from Paraso Green is in here. Maybe that's why my brain is going to that color.
Oh.
What a fabulous use of peppermint. Well, it's funny because the more I'm experiencing this, the less sweet I'm realizing it is. And the more sweet I'm realizing just about every peppermint we've got is. Like, think candy cane from Sterling.
Right.
That is so sweetened with vanilla that everybody swears there's chocolate in it. And Rod says there's not. But we know. So if I look for a little bit of a candied nature in this, I can find it. But I love that for me, that peppermint is not given a sugary sense.
No.
It's being left natural. And I love how that makes it almost more like a cool breeze than a menthol-y note.
I'm with you. And it's interesting. My brain keeps forgetting that lavender is in there. But it's only because they meld into each other so well. Like you need both in there.
It's not a separate note. These have been mixed in the pot.
And that continuous whiff. Like I just want to keep taking a deep inhale the whole time.
Right. And y'all, I had sort of a crisis the other day because I had to go to a rehearsal for the first time in a very long time for a show. And I didn't know what to put on because I'm kind of at the point where I'm loving my ouds and I'm loving all these different things. And we've got so many that I couldn't put on anything. But then I realized, hold on, I might be standing next to anybody tonight. I need this to be as ubery crowd-pleasing as possible. Peppermint. And it worked beautifully. It was just such a simple scent. But I had two people be like, wow, you smell wonderful.
Right.
Well, it's the week before Christmas. But y'all, there is something magical to certain scent notes and why we have always used them for grooming and medicines and teas and all kinds of things. And boy, this is beautiful.
And wasn't that even funny? Our friend Zach came over and we were trying to help him pick a scent. And the only thing he could think of that he really enjoyed was peppermint.
17-year-old brand new shaver. Also, of course, we brought out the Lockharts. And his first thing was, do you have any peppermint? Well, buddy, we do now. And it's funny because that is totally what he went hard for. And it's the only thing he ordered when he got home out of our 450 collection. Well, that should tell you something.
It's interesting too because I feel like we've been like distilled into us by gum is peppermint, or even how you brush your teeth has mint. So there's something about us knowing clean and fresh is connected to peppermint.
I'm glad you said that too, because my toothpaste is absolutely straight up peppermint, but it's not this at all. I don't know why they're so different, but y'all, this one's your pumpkin. Really does smell like we're walking through that eucalyptus grove when they're doing the tree trimming and the grinding up of the stumps and stuff. Like, whoa. And not enough menthol to even make my eyes go fluttery.
No.
Y'all, what a perfect balance this
Right.
is.
I am a little nervous around menthol, but this, I don't think I would be. And I feel like I'd reached for this for like that wake up feeling instead of that second cup of coffee.
Right.
I'm going to be going for a soap like this.
So it's pretty easy, y'all. Just be Barry Williams playing Greg Brady on season 1 of The Brady Bunch. Well, you're going to listen to your theme song. It's okay, but realizing that you and your co-stars have much better voices than those peppermint trolley kids, you're gonna get your own. So, head over to lockhartsauthentic.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want.
Y'all, I'm back from my shave with Transcend, and it is a wonderful, refreshing scent. I think I still get a little bit more of the peppermint than I do of the lavender, but there's something so comforting in this scent. It must be the lavender coming through. The lather was wonderful. It does have almost a menthol-y kind of vibe, so if I'm not feeling brave enough to go full menthol, this is the soap I'm going to reach for. I'm actually very excited to have it for summer as it gets hotter outside. This will help cool things off, and we really noticed this is wonderful to whiff between other shave soaps that we have. Instead of grabbing the coffee grounds, which some people say, this has been super fun to help cleanse our palate before going to another soap to whiff. So thank you, Lockharts. We will be back for more.
Welcome to Messages.
So for our January giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get one of the inaugural soaps that dropped with Adopted Acres.
Yeah, y'all, Doug Lane has gone live on Etsy. He and his family have created a brand new soap artisan, and they are exceptional, and we helped create one of their first 2 inaugural scents. All you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here. We sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we talk about our giveaways, and then come back here the first week of February to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. I bought this as soon as I saw this go by on their email, so make sure you're on their email list. But then the holidays hit and time got a little crazy, but I'm actually happy that we're opening it in January, transcending into the new year. I cannot wait to see what soaps they drop this next year.
Y'all, Lockhart's has just been blowing our skirts way up. From French toast to barbershop to a beautiful cucumber melon. Are you kidding me? Keep doing everything right, and we will see you on our next Lockhart's episode with bells on.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.